Trump's new framing came amid a full court press from European leaders who met with him via video call Wednesday and urged him to push for a full ceasefire first and haggle over Russian-held territory later. After the call, Zelensky said he told President Trump that Putin is bluffing and trying to apply pressure before the meeting in Alaska along all parts of the Ukrainian front. Trump and Putin will be face-to-face tomorrow for the first.
He's going to sit his white ass down and listen. He's going to listen to Slavic voices, okay? Wow. A lot of you guys who are supposedly quote-unquote woke all of a sudden have an issue when a white man sits his white ass down and listens to real Slav voices.
New reports out of Russia this morning indicate that Putin is going to join President Trump for a press conference after their meetings here tomorrow. And it's pretty difficult for Putin to travel abroad right now, given the war crimes allegations against him and the sanctions that have been placed on his country. So,
oh my God, I totally forgot. He's literally a war criminal. It's been so long. Wait, dude, I forgot that Putin also has travel restrictions like Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm not even kidding. Until this very moment, I was like, why Alaska? Why not a separate place? The ICC's got no motion, dude. It is such a clear and present vestige of American empire. Like, that's two war criminals that we just ship off to American soil. God damn, dude. Dude, the ICC is the biggest no motion ass institute. The U.S. is not a part of the treaty for the ICC and the ICJ. Yeah, except the United States is literally the country that offered direct evidence to the ICC for its war criminal designation for Vladimir Putin. And the United States, despite not being a part of the treaty, also celebrated the ICC's decision. So that's very different. We did the opposite of Benjamin Netanyahu this time when it was against Vladimir Putin. See, Trump is more consistent. He's on that ICC no matter what.
Well, I'm going to go there, and I'm representing a lot of people, and especially people that are being killed unnecessarily, like 5,000 to 7,000 soldiers a week. They're not Americans, but their lives, their souls. And if I can stop something, I've stopped 6 wars this year. Yeah, this was going to be one of my easy ones, but it never works out that way. This turns out to be probably the most difficult. I stopped one that was raging for 35 years, one that was raging in the Congo with Rwanda, you know that, for 31 years. And this one is raging for 3.5 years, and I'm not happy about it. It's ridiculous, and we're going to get it stopped. We're going to get it stopped.
The only bloodshed that Donald Trump wants is Israel. He's like, I'm going to stop it all. I'm going to stop all the bloodshed. It's anti-Semitic that it takes away attention from Israel's bloodshed, which is justified. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to come.
I'm going to come.
So Vladimir Putin just spoke, and I have the readout, if I could share it with you. He's just said, the American administration, which, as everyone knows, is making, in my opinion, quite energetic and sincere efforts to stop the hostilities, stop the crisis, and reach agreements that are in the interest of all parties involved in this conflict in order to create long-term conditions of peace between our countries and in Europe and in the world as a whole. If we reach agreements in the area of control over strategic offensive weapons at the next stage, and then it's cut off. So he seems to be in the right mindset going in. How will you know if he's in the mindset for a ceasefire and a long-term end to the conflict?
Well, I think you'll know that in the first couple of minutes, but I think you already know that because he's coming to Alaska. He's coming to the USA, and I think you know that. I think that's a nice statement.
Wait, that's a bigger flex for him almost, no? Like, isn't that, I don't know. I feel like Trump claiming that this is, I can't tell. I feel like Trump is saying that this is like Vladimir Putin is coming to me rather than me going to him. But also at the same time, you're inviting a war criminal, I guess after Benjamin Netanyahu, you know, another war criminal to American soil again. So what if they arrest Putin? They're not arresting Putin. What are you, crazy?
I just heard it. You gave me a little breaking news. I appreciate it. But I think he wants to get it done. I really feel he wanted the whole thing. I think if it weren't me, if it was somebody else, he would be not talking to anybody. He wasn't talking. You know, when I was previous to being elected, unfortunately, the 2020 election where we did so well, it was very unfortunate, the result. But what happened is when I came in, I realized, I said, this is a man that really wants the whole thing. And I think he does want
It was the apple of his eye.
the whole thing, and I think he has wanted the whole thing.
It was the apple of his eye.
Because of everybody's moving back, they're all starting their factories now. They're all said, we've never had anything like this. It is truly the golden age of America, but he respects our country now. He did not respect our country with Biden. Who did?
Well, I know you're a big athlete. You not only watch sports, you play sports. You always have to try to pre-think what's going to happen.
I know you never played sports, but you watch sports, which is a lot like playing sports. You're very athletic that way. Your profound understanding of watching sports has basically made you into an athlete. Why even present it as such? Just say what you're going to say.
Some people have said is the incentive that could get his attention is economic incentives. Are you walking in that room with economic incentives for Russia?
No, I refuse to acknowledge that golf is a sport similar to the athletic endeavors that he is talking about, especially the way that Trump plays it, okay? When his fat ass gets in that cart and then has like 18 different people around him basically do everything but line him up. He used to play tennis, that's true. He was a tennis player. That photo lives in my mind.
You know, I don't know that we're going to get an immediate ceasefire, but I think it's going to come. See, I'm more interested in immediate peace deal, getting peace fast. And depending on what happens with my meeting, I'm going to be calling up President Zelensky, and let's get him over to wherever we're going to meet. I don't know where we're going to have the second meeting, but we have an idea of 3 different locations. And we'll be including
Turkey. It's going to be Turkey. Watch this space. Turkey is the table. Turkey's at the table. Turkey is the table.
These are very dishonest people, but it was a great news conference. You know, it was rated phenomenal. And then about 2, 3, 4 hours later, they came up with this stupid scheme about me and Russia and what did we say at the meeting and, you know, where do we get the tapes, you know, the old story. But, no, I thought we had a great meeting. And don't forget, we're under a lot of pressure because we had the Russia hoax going on. So I told him, I said, you know...
Why does he sound so sad? I don't think he does. I think he sounds excited. I think he's excited to see Vladimir Putin. I feel like I've seen him more energized and more dynamic in these past couple of days than ever before. I'm not even kidding. He's in bed kicking his feet up. Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to have a press conference. I don't know if it's going to be a joint. We haven't even discussed it. I think it might be nice to have a joint and then
You make it sound like he's a toddler. Am I wrong to present Donald Trump as a toddler? Do you think any funky stuff will happen at the summit? As someone who used to get mad about like, Donald Trump is gay for Vladimir Putin type statements in the first like most heated days of the Russiagate stuff, I can't help but recognize that he's kind of gay for Putin. I think the libs might have been on to something on that one. He is. He's like Blue Anon is crazy on a lot of issues, but this is the one time where it's like he's just so excited. He's so excited for Pootie Poo. Bro, you know he's shaving, okay? And I don't mean his face. You feel me?
My last question to this real quick. Is there any scenario where Donald Trump will look at this meeting in Alaska and say, this was not worth it, I failed?
Yeah, 25%.
And you would say that if he just says, "Hey, I'm going to stay with my
all the time and energy and went over there and we didn't come out with in a short period of time, not from this meeting. This meeting sets up the second meeting."
Oh my God, bro, this is cooked. Ain't nothing coming out of this shit. Okay, straight up, bro. Clear to me that there ain't nothing coming out of this, bro. Now he's just like, this is the first meeting to set up the next meeting that will happen inevitably when the last final meeting will happen. It's just like, I was thinking like, he's crazy. Trump is crazy. Putin's crazy. Who knows? Maybe something super chaotic takes place because you never know with these guys. Now I feel like this is just, old friends miss one another, getting to see each other.
And I look at those streets, and those streets are safe, and they're going to be very safe in a week or so. Look what I did at the border. I had millions of people coming in the year before. Think of it, millions and millions of people. And without legislation, Biden said we have to get legislation changed. You didn't need anything. That was just an excuse for incompetence. The last 3 months, Brian, we had zero people. It was a 0, 0, and 0.
You seen that guy throwing a sandwich at our brave law enforcement officers? What if the sandwich was instead a bomb? We gotta arrest everybody. I felt like I was hit in the face with the sandwich. When I saw that video, I saw the horror.